So how's 2 days into camp? How's things going?
Going well, going well. Second day, I mean, the energy's still there. I think we'll keep that consistent throughout camp. But the first day we had a lot of new guys out there, kind of like get the jitters out, notice how the game is much faster than where they were previously. But me personally, myself, I'm having fun flying around, having fun with the guys. Yeah, giving maximum effort.
How's this new conditioning program that we heard about yesterday helped you?
Yeah, it helped a lot actually. My position personally as a DB, constantly running, so I'm trying to stay in the best shape I can, like year round. Especially playing nickel, being in the box, I got to take a lot more hits, so that means I have to like be in the best shape possible. So yeah, doing the running that we did over summer definitely will help.
You mentioned nickel. Is that going to be kind of your exclusive role this year? I mean, and does your role change at all with the new defensive coordinator?
Yeah, my role does change. I'm moving around nickel and safety. I've always known multiple positions since I've been here. So, yeah, I'll be moving around nickel and safety.
You got one of the younger defensive coordinators in college football.
Right.
What's he been like to work with?
He's been awesome. I mean, just getting a new perspective on what he sees from the game, bringing the NFL knowledge. I mean, Coach Lynn lives, breathes football ever since he was young. I mean, he's moved around from different positions in the NFL. Coached linebackers, coached corners, coached safeties. His dad was a coach. He coaches with the Niners. So, I mean, just getting his perspective, picking his brain, it's been awesome.
Being so young as he is, does that help him relate to you guys?
I think it does. Coaching as a business, I think, has been older, as we've seen, especially for myself growing up. I've always had older coaches, so having somebody who's younger, I mean, it makes it a lot easier to relate.
What would you say is the toughest thing about being a defensive back, especially someone who's moved around like you?
Right. Toughest thing. I would say reaction, like having reaction skills, in the sense that everything's moving on the fly. As a DB, you got to kind of, along with linebackers, you're really like the captain of the defense. You got to analyze formations, look at splits, get everybody aligned, and then you have to focus on your technique, your footwork, your eyes. So just, I think all of that plays a part in reactionary skills. So I would say that's the toughest part.
With Lynn coming from the NFL, working with safeties,
Right.
Has he said anything to you that has helped you to improve or tweak your game?
Personally, I think just having slower eyes, coming from the NFL, he talks a lot about schemes and like offenses. Like last night, we were actually talking about the Kansas City Chiefs and how he had to like prepare for them. It's like one of the toughest offenses in the league. So just as a DB, you got to see everything, but also see a lot or see a little at times. So if you see too much, your eyes might be all over the place. So just like focusing on your responsibility at that certain play will help you like lock in better.
So a lot of it has to do with vision and focus.
Right, exactly.
You guys added a couple summer rivals, Jordan Anderson,
Yeah.
Steve Thomas. What are your first impressions of those guys?
Oh, those guys are great. I mean, they've come in, they've been eager to learn, asking questions, flying around. I think the biggest thing they've caught on is just the effort that we give at practice. So just like running to the ball after every play, giving full speed, even though they might not know the scheme yet. So that's been the biggest thing that stood out.
Are there any particular strengths they have that already caught your eye or anything?
I would say their attention to detail. So, I mean, going into any new system is hard. You got to pick up a lot of new things. Maybe terminology may be different. So just locking into those little small things, asking certain key questions that, like younger guys might not see yet. So they're already there in that aspect. So just like stacking days for themselves. Yeah.
Just as overall as a defense, do you think that it's going to look significantly different this year, or just you guys trying to do kind of the same thing, just a little bit better than last year?
Always trying to improve with anything. I would say this defense this year is going to focus more on attacking the ball, in the sense that our effort's always going to be fanatical. We're always going to be running, getting 11 hats to the ball, but more or less nothing's really changing from that side. At the end of the day, it's all about effort, how hard you play, and can you play harder than the team you're playing against for longer.
And reflecting on last year a little bit, it seemed like once that Oregon game came up,
Right.
more teams were challenging you guys on those 4th and short situations.
Yeah.
Mentally, how does that affect the defense, and what do you guys need to do to kind of make teams pay if they try to do that again, you guys, this year?
Mentally, I mean, like, I think it's bring it on. Like, if they want to challenge us on the outside, bring it. I mean, we're ready to go. What was the second question? Sorry.
Just as far as trying to make sure that teams aren't able to do it as
Right.
successfully as they did.
I mean, I think it goes hand in hand with just the 3 layers of the defense. I mean, we've got a great defensive line. They're gonna get after the quarterback. We've got great linebackers who can fit the run, play the pass effectively, and then as a DB, it makes my job and our job much easier. Just having that confidence in your front guys, just knowing like if it's 4th and 4, like we got to play the sticks because we know we can. We've got Latu, we got the Murphs, we got Darius and Ale and Oladejo Femi. So I mean, it makes it easy. It makes our job much easier.
Do you have any goals for the season?
Yeah, definitely. I think my main goal is just having consistency. And like I said before, I think that'll come easy with the guys that we have up front, the guys that we have at the linebacker position, just making sure I'm doing my job on each play, keeping my play on the same level, never getting too high, never getting too low, and just going out there making plays on a daily basis.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
How's camp gone for you so far?
Camp is going really pretty well. We starting off slow. Installs because of new guys, so we just start working on the details. D'Anton, he loves to go slow and make sure all of this is perfection. So it's been good.
Tell me more about that. What does go slow look like? How has he done that?
It's just when it comes to like a specific coverage, leverage, technique, assignment, alignment, and he just goes slow. How about that? He don't want to go too fast because young guys can have different type of mentals of how they think, how they play. So if you go super fast, he might not be confident to just ask a question. So it's just he makes sure every question is asked and he just be specific. You don't have like different type of words for different type of coverage, So it's that, and then just slow and just go with the flow after that.
Does he work with you on film breakdown, or is that more of a position coach?
It's a position coach. Coach Norwood is my position coach.
Okay, but with him being a former safeties coach, does he work maybe a little bit closer with you?
Yeah, he can. He been talking a little bit on the side of being the safeties coach at the Ravens, so he can step in and talk.
Is he giving you any good feedback?
Always.
Yeah.
NFL coach. Whatever you say, I'm like, what? I got to. What you say? Hold on. Stop the play. So,
What's one thing he said that has really, drawn attention to what you need to do?
Just alignment assignment, just specific formations, and how do you attack a different type of leverage and different type of coverages. So if it's a man, who helped me? Like who I got help? Is it inside help, outside help? Okay, if I got outside help, I can do a specific technique and that triggered.
And the way that he teaches you, is it like sometimes it's like, oh wow, that makes total sense. Like,
no, yeah, like that's even like freshman year, having coming from high school level to college level, like when you hear like new things, it's just like amazes you all the time. So having like now like NFL coaches, former defensive coordinators, Akaika, Norwood, Burns in the NFL level, and having that and just like hearing what they say, and then you're like, oh, okay, and then it happens, you just like, oh, okay, I get what you said now. So it's just like, yeah.
You guys lose 2 starters at Mo and Stefan. Do you keep in contact with them? And if so, what did they tell you about the position?
I keep in contact with Blade and Mo. They just give me nothing but love, and we just talk life. Like that's what a lot of things it come about. Like football's football, but we're more than football at the same time. So, how's your mental? How are you doing when it comes to like the transition of like now you paying taxes, now you got a real job, now you in the NFL when it's just a business, or it's different when it comes to this. So we talk about life, and then after that, then we talk about ball like a little bit. So it's been good. Blessed to have both of them in my life.
Stylistically, do you feel like this defense is going to look different than last year, or kind of the same thing?
What do you mean, like stylistic?
Well, just the way you play, either formation-wise or maybe, emphasizing something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And can you tell me in what way?
effort.
Okay.
Just the concept within a specific coverage, we can be like a different type of aggressive. So stylistically, yes, in certain situations.
Okay, so more aggressive, would you say?
More, less in other coverages.
Okay.
So it's a mixture of both.
Got it.
You guys bring in Jordan Anderson. What's maybe stood out about him so far first couple days?
Intelligent. He been playing for a good amount of times with Bowling Green, so he's confident. I like it. Like he can talk. A lot of like the new guys, it's just like sometimes it's just like a specific cover. All right. Like what? Like speak up. So he got that like factor, like confident, and just like he knows what he's doing in certain like in situations.
And you also brought in R.J. Jones. Where's he playing specifically for you guys right now?
We move around. We play left to right, so we always playing boundary and free safety. Some of the guys like Jordan and Alex play nickel, so both boundary and free, or free safety, boundary safety. Yeah.
Having been around as long as you have, are you taking on more of a leadership role right now?
Yes, it's a lot of people. We all consider leaders, but when it comes to meetings and like being the firm hand, sometimes yes, I'll be the one that be like, hey, do this, or hey, and it's not just like me ruling with like we're all together. We're all trying to win. We're all trying to be better.
And I asked Alex about teams challenging you more on fourth downs and things like that later in the year, last season. How personal did you guys take that, and what do you guys need to do to maybe make teams pay if they try to do the same thing?
Say it one more time.
The teams that it seemed like on fourth down, those fourth and short situations, more teams were trying to go for it on you guys and were able to convert after that Oregon game. What do you guys have to do to maybe kind of change the results if teams try to do that to you guys again?
Self-reflect. It's not on them, it's on us. So when it comes third down and 100 and they score a touchdown, come on, like it's a self-reflection when it comes to that. So now we understand fourth and short, fourth and third, we have to reflect and see what we did wrong so we can go back in the film room and add new nuances and add new things, or just be like, hey, let's go. So yeah, more of a self-reflection.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for
your time, man.
Thank you.